My secret code turned it into a time bomb. As a developer, I used to leave backdoors in my code. Not big, flashy ones, just tiny, hidden cracks only I knew about. I called it insurance. Some might call it arrogance. It started off as a debugging trick, a habit I picked up early. If something went wrong in production, I had an escape hatch. Then one line of code in one app nearly ruined my life. 3 months ago, I lost everything. My job, my reputation, almost my freedom, because of a backdoor I left in a banking app. I wasn't some rogue hacker, just a guy from a tiny town in Ohio who got a scholarship to Carnegie Mellon. My parents took out a second mortgage just to help with food and books. I owed them everything. So when I got my first job at Finnsecure, a mid-level fintech startup, I grabbed it like a lifeline. I worked my ass off, showed up early, stayed late, took notes. Jake, a senior dev, took me under his wing and pushed to get me on the mobile banking team. That's where it started. 2 weeks before a major launch, I found a serious vulnerability in the login flow, like exploit level bad. Fixing it properly meant rewriting authentication from scratch. The client had already announced the app. Billboards were up, investors watching. Delay wasn't an option. So I panicked, built a workaround. I added a hidden admin portal that bypassed login entirely. It was supposed to be temporary, just until we had time to do it right. I buried it deep, obfuscated the code, told myself I'd yank it after launch. Launch went smooth. I got praised, got a bonus, sent my parents a fat check. They cried. I promised myself I'd go back and remove the portal. But then we rolled into other updates. More deadlines. I forgot. 6 months later, there was a transaction bug during a major client demo. Panic all around. I remembered the portal, slipped in, patched the issue live, and saved the day. No one asked how I did it. That's when the addiction started. Every company I joined after that, I planted a backdoor. Just one. Deep in the system. Clean, invisible. It made me a miracle worker. While others scrambled through logs and rollbacks, I fixed bugs in minutes. I justified it as foresight. But I liked the power, the control, knowing I had access no one else did. Eventually, I got recruited by Meridian Financial. Big league stuff. Billions under management. Government contracts. They vetted me like I was joining the CIA. Code reviews were brutal. Their architecture was locked down tight. But old habits die hard. By week 4, I'd planted a backdoor. Carefully, quietly, in their wealth management API. I barely used it. Just in emergencies. Just when the pressure was high. I was the rising star. CTO Derek called me the Swiss Army knife. CEO Michael asked for me by name during client meetings. I was on the fast track to running my own team. Then it all crashed. It was a random Thursday night. I was working late, fixing a deployment issue. Slack pinged. A coworker flagged a weird log. Unauthorized access to the database. Traced to my user token. My heart dropped. I checked my code. The portal was intact. Unused. Still hidden. But someone had found it and used it. They'd accessed confidential client portfolios. Shifted money. Not much. Just enough to trigger fraud detection. And the trail led straight to me. By morning, security had locked my badge. I was escorted out. My laptop taken. HR said, pending investigation. I didn't even get to explain. Within a week, the FBI showed up. Turns out someone cloned the codebase during a repo sync, probably from a temporary contractor with access. They found the portal and used it. But the logs? All under my name. My backdoor. My flaw. I confessed. Not to the crime, but to the portal. I explained why I'd built it. How it was meant for emergencies only. That I'd never used it maliciously. Didn't matter. I was fired. Blacklisted. Every offer I had lined up, gone. News articles ran, "Insider backdoor leaves banking giant vulnerable." My name was buried, but insiders knew. Derek called once. Just once. "I vouched for you," he said, then hung up. I nearly lost my freedom. Click the full story to see what happened next.